Blimey hell, George. What kind of seeds did you use? Were they magic beans?
I don't know. Look at them. They're massive. They're only about 5 months old.
Well, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, look at it. Well, it's come up better than expected. You probably should have sold them beans, George, instead of planting them for trees.
What about beans? They were seeds.
George, you know what I mean, don't you? Magic beans and...
Don't know what you're on about. What are you on about beans for? The seeds.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not on about beans. I'm on about magic beans.
Magic beans?
Doesn't matter. Ignore it, George. It doesn't... honestly, forget it. Completely forget I said anything about beans.
You're losing the plot, you are, Scroft.
I think I might be. Anyway, they do look pretty good. I have to say, the trees have come up well, and the fence is even better. Look at that. Spot on, I have to say. I'm proud of how I've done that. The right distance in between the trees as well.
Ah, it looks good, doesn't it? It really does.
Yeah, what about this wheat field, George? I don't think you'll mind the trees being so close, do you think?
Oh, no, we did get a bit close, didn't we?
Yeah, just up here. Yeah, definitely clear. I still think he can probably get it with his harvester, but if he has an issue, we'll have to... I don't know, we'll have to get by, won't he? We'll figure it out. I'm sure he will. Anyway, grass field, George. What are we going to do with this?
I'll have to get in this field and get working on it soon.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just worried about the mow we've got. I mean, it'll do it, but it'll take some time.
Yeah, you'll be alright. That's what I pay you for. Hard work. That's all it is, bit of hard work.
Well, I'm not shy of hard work, but I'm just worried about the actual mower lasting out. It's not the best mower in the world, George. And I don't think it was made to do fields this big. Any ideas yet if you want to do anything crop-wise?
Oh, not yet. I think we'll cut it first for grass, and then if we get too much than we need, we can always think about separating it. Anyway, we've got that canola field to look at soon. And that'll be alright.
Yeah, that is true. Anyway, George, do you want to follow me down and we'll head and have a look at the field then?
I want to look at me bees.
Ah, we'll stop and look at your bees. Right, let's go and have a look at his bees. It's been a while since I've obviously been recording. And a lot's gone on. A hell of a lot's gone on. We really have been busy. I did 3 months with Mick and I picked up some good knowledge there. Hopefully a lot of that will come in handy if we get a few breakdowns. Basic maintenance jobs, I'm hoping. Nothing more than that. And then I've spent about a month now sorting out the new farm. Putting things in place. And I think we're just about ready to start over again. Anyway, let's have a look at these bees. Hey, they're quite active, George. Done alright here, haven't you? Hey, I've seen you put your bench in. Is this a bench to watch your bees? I've noticed you've kept it at quite a bit of a distance, just in case they get too close to you.
It's just common sense. You want bees right next to you and you're sitting on your bench. Anyway, they're alright. That was the main thing. I just wanted to check on them.
Hey, you got some jars already?
I have. They're empty, like, but I've got them ready.
Yeah, it looks good, George. I mean, for something that's not been used in a long time, you've done well. Get this active again. You were right about this pond, George. What are we in June? Look at it. Beautiful here, it really is. I'm looking forward to starting work in this field just so I can probably take me lunch on this bench.
Ah, you're spot on. It is beautiful. Like I said, I've sat by this pond a long time, many years ago. Done some fishing. Me and the missus used to come up here. I think it's just an added bonus now that we own it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Right, let's go have a look at the canola field anyway.
Yep, right behind you.
Let's just wait for George to get back in. There we go. Yeah, so pretty good. We're right into summer now. We're getting there. Just before summer, I'd say. And he's got some bees going. Jars ready. The grass is all ready to mow in all our fields. So the one by the trailer and also one right by the farm. And then this one. We've got a lot of grass to get working on. I don't even know if it'll last out. But now George has sent me to mix. He probably thinks I can fix that mower when it packs up. And I'll be pretty certain that that mower will pack up if we cut all this grass with it. Certainly. But we'll try it. If that's what George wants me to do, we'll give it a go. Now, we haven't heard off Tony at all. He's been very quiet since last time we saw him. But that was a few months back now. But I do think it's fair to say we can't ask Tony for any of his equipment anymore, or even try and buy any bales. So if we do need to buy bales, it'll probably come at a bit of a premium now. Anyway, let's turn in here. We'll have a good look at the field. It's been doing so well. I was worried about it with it being pretty pretty stuck in the winter time when we had all that snow on it, but it isn't too bad. Look at me leaving the door open. Show George that, it'll go nuts. Right, let's open the gate and we'll have a quick look at this canola, because I'm telling you now, it is blooming beautifully. It really is.
Hurry up!
Yeah, I'm just opening the gate. Impatient today, ain't he? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We'll properly get out. We'll swing it round and we'll get out, because that is stunning. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this should turn out to be a pretty decent yield for the size field it is. I think it's done alright. It really has. And it's not far away now. We'll be harvesting this very soon. What do you think, George?
I don't know. Look at it. I think we can't get better than that, can we? For this size field, the work we did on it, I think we can't ask for more than this.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to harvesting this, George. I'm hoping it'll bring in a bit of cash for us, just to maybe get anything we need. Because I know you've probably got a shopping list as long as your arm.
I have, but in all fairness, I've spent so much money on that farm. I don't even think we can get everything we need. We're just going to have to make do with what we've got. And if you want to get anything for the farm, I'll be happy. And if we make a bit of cash from this, we might be able to as well. But with the amount of money I've spent this year, I think I'm going to have to at least give it another 12 months before I even think about getting that checkbook out.
You still pay with checks?
Yeah, why? Haven't you got a checkbook?
I don't even think they did them anymore, George. Well, everything was contactless nowadays.
What's contactless?
It's just where you put your card next to the card reader and it pays for it.
I wouldn't do that. They're going to steal your money.
No, they don't steal your money. You don't lose it, basically. You just don't lose it. What if someone steals your checkbook?
Oh, I never thought of that. That's a good point.
Let's forget it. Contactless checkbook doesn't matter. 12 months. So we're going to struggle by. That's what you're saying.
It looks that way. You've got to see the positives. Leaps and bounds we've made, Scroft. Leaps and bounds. That farm has been my dream, and it's finally happened. My dream farm is all built, and we're ready to start with it. And I'm only just getting started.
I know, George. I know. Well, we've got to see the positives, like you said. I agree. It's a good way of thinking. We've got the harvest to come. That'll bring in a bit of money for us. If we need anything urgently, we could use that. I've saved a bit of cash, I'll be honest with you, whilst I was working at Mix. I'm not doing too bad. I've not got a lot, obviously, but I could probably buy a piece of kit if we need it for the farm, and I'd quite happily do that. I think it'd be wrong of me not to invest something back into this farm that's given me so much, and also I'm enjoying it so much as well. So yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. Anyway, let's get back to the farm, George, because I'm sure you've got a list of things you want me to do.
I sure have.
Right, well, you heard it from the man himself. Looks like he's got some jobs for me. So let's head back and we'll have a good look around the farm, I think. Now, as you can probably imagine, it has changed quite a bit, but it has changed for the better. George never let me know his plans, and I'm absolutely gobsmacked that George designed this because it is stunning. We've got two entrances, one from the back, one from the front. And this is the normal way that we used to come in, but it's just changed so much inside. We'll walk around properly and I'll be able to show you exactly what's gone on, but as we drive through I'll try and point anything out that's pretty obvious. So this is where the old sheds were. Now we've got a brand new, well, a couple of brand new sheds, and a nice little drive-through bit here as well. But yeah, it's just a massive upgrade on what we had, and he's tried to keep it realistically the same vibe as the area we're living in, which is the Cotswolds. I imagine there's some regulations, meaning you can't have like a bright yellow shed, so fair play to him. So I think I'll just park it up around here, because I know George tends to park his motor there. So there we go, that'll be fine. Right, George, what do you want me to do?
Right, well, time we pick up them cows, I think. Bring them back, put them in the shed.
Alright, and which one do you want me to put them in?
Follow me. Right, see that shed there?
That one there, yeah.
That's going to be for beef cattle when we get them. So put them in the other one.
Okay, I can do that for you. I'll head down. I'll get all hooked up and I'll head down. Hey, it looks like you're still moving in then, George. So have you properly moved out the old house?
I have now. Alright, I'm going to start renting that one out.
Nice. I have to say, George, it looks a lot bigger.
I know. She's nice. Nice house. Should have lived in it before, really. But there was just no need beforehand.
Are you still renting out the front? Them two there, was it?
Yeah, still renting. And I've even knocked their rent by half.
Have you? Hey, that's nice of you, George.
Well, it was the right thing to do. I mean, it's a lot busier now for them. They've not got anywhere at the back they can get to. And also, it's going to be louder for them. So I just thought I'll knock it down by 50. Just keep them happy.
Yeah, I think you've done the right thing then, George. What about this one?
That's going to be rented out soon, hopefully.
I do like it.
I thought you would.
Anyway. You best get these boxes out the way, just in case it starts raining.
Alright then. You crack on. Stop faffing about.
I'll stop faffing about. Right, so let's have a quick look around. So we've got a few sheds here. The entrance is just over there. Like George mentioned, there isn't anywhere in the back for these houses here that he's renting. But we have got, just go have a quick look round here. I've put the hay bales in here thinking that'd be a nice little area for them. We've got a storage shed in here. Just open her up, there we go. I've put the baler, seeder, anything that I want to stay out, you know, just in case it gets rained on or anything. We want to try and hide it away from that kind of stuff. So this is good for that. Quite a big shed as well, really is pretty good. So we got that. There we go. I put all the grasswork stuff just there because I'm not 100% certain yet how he wants to lay it out. He told me to make my mind up with it. And I think it's just going to be the same as what it was, which is George is mainly going to do the milking. And then I take care of everything else. So, nice area for storing vehicles. So I've put the load all Ford near. The other Ford normally goes there as well, so that's pretty decent. Nice space. And I do like how they've built this. They've made it look like it suits the area. Looks stunning. We'll have a look at that in a second, but we have now got slurry storage. There's two separate ones George wanted originally, he said, to link them together, but it cost too much, so we got 2 separate storage points. This is the field, so we've already seen this before. Muck pit down the bottom. Looks pretty good, so the cows will be out there soon. And then round the back here, he did say he's got some storage and he thought it'd be good for the lawnmower. And I agree. It's a nice little place to put that. So what we'll do is we'll work away around the back of here. And then this, you'll know this, you'll know this. So as you can tell, it's pretty much, you can see the layout of the farm from here. But this is another cow shed. So this is where he wants to put the milkers. He's got that milking unit there. And then, if we have a look at the front, you can see that his tank's in here. So this is all George's to worry about. In here we got a bit of a workshop that George already expects me to obviously do a lot of work in here. If anything goes wrong, the Massey's in here, what a beast she is. So happy that he got that. And then here's my workbench. So if anything goes wrong, it's on me. It's on me now to try and fix it and save a bit of cash. So that's pretty much the main yard, as I'm calling it. So we've also got here as well, attached to where the cows are, an area that I thought was pretty good for bales. So I've put the blower in here, a few bales. There's the door out there, door here. Also another door going out that way. But I've blocked that one up because I've got a bit of foliage behind it. But yeah, it's all pretty much perfect. Keep this open. And what I do like is I've put the big bag up there. But what we could do is put some more big bags up here. But we could even put some bales. And then if we wanted, we could just drop them down there for the cows. I thought it was brilliant. So if we head back out, we've got another, well, it's a newish one. It's about the same size one that he had knocked down, which is a muck pit. Like I said, we've still got the big one down there we can transfer over because I don't think this would hold much. But it's nice to have that near to the farm. And then this is where the cows can come outside and graze, the milkers. I have put a bale of silage in the middle. And then this is George's old house. And he's going to rent this out, he said. Now, I imagine they'll just be parking there. There'll be no access to the back just because it's now a farmland. But I imagine he's renting that out again. And then this is for beef stock. So we're going to be getting some beef stock in here. And this is a much more modern. George told me this cost the most out of all the buildings he's put in. And I have to say, it looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. So we'll put some beef cattle in there. And then this is an extra storage point. And he can store some more milk there as well if he wants to. But like he mentioned, it's going to be beef stock. Move the fuel tank as well. So C1, it's just been picked up and moved. And then there's another entrance and exit there heading out to the road. And that's the back of George's house. So that's pretty much the tour. I think you'll agree. George has laid this out perfectly. It's going to make things a lot better for us. But I am worried about the equipment we've got. It's going to be a struggle. It really is. But let's get hooked up. Let's go get these cows in. I mean, they've been there for, what, 4.5 months now? I think it's only about fair we bring them back. Put them into their new home. We got 6 in the bowl. We're hoping to get some more. I don't know what George is planning with that, but I'm sure he'll figure it out. I'm sure he'll figure it out. Now, I'm not allowed to move the floor, but he has left it in the middle of the yard, so he probably should move that. But I am going to get in the Massey. I'm just going to move the Leyland out of the way. And I'll get hooked up and we'll head on down to the cows and pick them up and bring them back. In fact, let's move you around the front because there's one thing I didn't show you, which is an area that he's built, he said, for logs, and he might actually start selling some firewood to people, which is just here. So it is another place where we can store anything like vehicles or anything, but I think George's idea was pretty spot on. We can bring the firewood in here, and if he wants to sell it, it'll be easy access to like the road and anyone that would like it. And then, as you probably already know, Tony's farm's just over there. So we are closer now. So I'm hoping we keep the peace a little bit more. But like you saw previously, they don't get on. They don't get on at all. There we go. It's been a while since I've actually ran this. Where's the radio? He hasn't disconnected it yet, so we are pretty lucky. We're going to miss the wheelbarrow? Just about. Right, so we need to get hooked up to the animal trailer, which is just behind the harvester, so we're going to have to move that out of the way. And then we can go pick them up. It's going to take a few trips again, but we're doing alright for time. It's about 1 o'clock, midday, so we should be alright. We just need to get a move on, I'd say. And then we can bring them back and probably feed them. And I think by that time it'll probably be tea time, so we can get some lunch. Still needs fuel, this does, but look at it. Starts first time, no issues. No issues at all. Now the one thing it won't do is go under that there. So George just told me if I ever need to get this in and out of the main yard, I have to go through the field. But I think what we'll just quickly do is park it up here. And that should be perfectly fine. Just there. Yeah. There's going to be lots to do soon. There really is. We've got so much grass work to get started on. It'd be nice to do some silage. I did ask him about silage and what he wants to do, and his idea is just to make the grass bales and then wrap them. But ideally you'd want a round baler, so that could be something on his shopping list. And then also you want a wrapper. I did ask him about a bunker, but it wasn't in his plans. So at some point he did say he might be able to put a bunker on the field and a shed if we need it. Now that could be, he didn't say what field, but it could be the new one, which I think it's unlikely just because he loves that land and the way it is. A bit further back on that one. Yes, it could be that, but personally I think it's going to be right by where I am in the trailer. So that should be fine. I'm hoping. I might have to just watch this back end as it comes out. How am I doing on the front end? Now this is, oh, I love this Massey, but you can definitely see the difference with having it. Anyway, that'll be fine. We can go this way and we can head off now and get these cows back. I've been looking forward to this day for ages. It's the one thing I've missed the most. Them darn cows. You wouldn't believe it, but I have. Seen them every day and then all of a sudden never seen them. You do notice it. They don't half make some mess, do they, when they're in the back of these? I think it's about time we start trying to clean these off a little bit more. Now that we've got this new farm, I feel like we need to keep all this gear and kit just looking a lot better. Especially this Massey. Got to look after her. So the cows are back. I've put them into the shed and they're all happy. Just need to feed them like George mentioned. I think that's alright. That's spot on. Yeah, look at that. Happy days. Right, so we'll leave that there for a sec. We'll just turn the beacons off and we'll go feed them. Now I have put a silage bale in the middle of the outside area. But what I'm thinking is just putting a bit of hay here for them and maybe putting a bit more straw down for them because, yeah, it's not freezing cold or anything, but it'd be nice for them to have, you know, a bit of straw, some bedding. It's comfy for them to lay down on, so I think that's going to be something that we can do straight away. So we may as well sort that out. We'll jump into the Ford for this. And that'll be spot on, and then we're obviously using the load alt to pick up a bale. Now we have got some hay bales behind that, so we could start with the straw. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's start with the straw. There we go. Now, I said I was going to leave that there, but then I've just realised that all I've done is made my life a little bit more difficult than it actually needs to be. Blocking myself in here. There we go. Let's move this out of the way. Still getting used to the layout quite a bit. Takes a while to adjust. Figuring out where the best place to put everything is. I'm sure we'll get it. I mean, it's George's fault that he's left that there anyway. Alright, so let's hop behind here. Hook this up. There we go. And then we'll go round and give him some straw. So one thing I really love about this Ford, turning on it is perfect for a tight farm. Absolutely perfect. Oh, well, that bale didn't go too far, did it? I feel sorry for the bull now, he's trying to lie down. Right, well, we'll have to get Lodal out and fill a straw bale in this and then get a hay bale out for the feed anyway. Let's lower that down. There we go. Yeah, that bale really did just shred up way too easy. There we go. Anyway, let's get changed over to the bale spike. It should just be over there. We'll plonk that there. Yeah, just over there. And we'll take a couple of hay bales first. I think that's probably best bet. Like I said, I'm still finding my feet with this, especially all the distances between everything while I'm turning. It's all new. It's all new. Feels that way anyway. There we go, just about. Now if we drop these in, I'll just break them up later on. I think the main thing is just to get the bales in there. They'll start munching on them, but I'll break them up later on. Right, because I've got the water trailer there, I'll have to go in this way. Ideally I would want to go in on the other way, but this should be fine still. Good thing about having a low door. There we go. Nicely does it. I'm going to just drop this in. It really does require a lot more concentration on this new farm. Everything just is so much better than what it used to be. And if I do anything wrong, any damage, I know I'm not going to be happy with myself. So I find it even more important just to make sure I'm steady and doing this right. But that's fine with me. I know that probably won't go again all the way, but it'll do the job. And it means that they've got a bit of bedding and a bit of feed just to tie him over. I mean, what we'd love to have, it's probably another item on his shopping list, is an actual feed mixer. That would go a long way. It really would. So we'll leave that. Hopefully they'll get a bit more bedding out. And that'll keep them happy for a bit. We'll park everything up. After, we'll just leave things in the yard. That's what the yard's for. That's what it's there for anyway. Just helps us out a bit. But yeah, look at this farm. Look what he's built. Unbelievable. What an upgrade. You can see they've got a bit more hay. They are happy. These two are playing with it. And we've got some silage in that bale that I will break up. But I think that's probably enough for me today on this. But I think it's about time now I get some food. I am getting a bit hungry. So we'll have a quick stroll down to the trailer. Look at that canola. Don't it look brilliant, man, when you see canola growing like that? Right before harvest. Brings in a lot of bees. So George might have preferred have his honey up here, to be honest. So yeah, maybe you might think of putting a shed down here and a bunker down here. Wouldn't be a bad idea. It's not too far away from that grass field and it's right by the farm. So if we need it for feed, silage, it might be a good idea for him putting it here. This is the guess I had when he was on about it. Putting it somewhere around here. You don't want it over this end, just because we got this field, and even though it's small, it is still the only arable field we've got. Unless we make our own. We'll see. George has always got something up his sleeve.